Today is a great day, and every day is a great day for you to be great. Welcome to the 2024 Positivity Series. My name is Nati Gule, and I'll be your host yet again as we continue to empower, inspire, and help everybody grow through the next 12 months of this fresh year. We are super excited because today there's a topic that's very close to my heart. It's business and startup entrepreneurship. So we are going to be talking at all the sectors that you've always wanted to know about entrepreneurship. How do you get in? If I don't have capital, can I make it? Am I suited for business? But I won't be handling those questions. We've got a guest, a fabulous guest, who has been there, done that in terms of startups. She's won awards. And she's a fresh face for you, and hope to learn from her because we all believe in content that will help you grow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest for today, Leslie Ngumalo.
I needed that background introduction. Greetings, everyone. My name is Leslie Ngumalo, and as introduced, I am an entrepreneur.
Oh, fabulous. If I was to ask one of your siblings to describe you, how would they describe you? And describe what you do.
They would have to say, Leslie's an entrepreneur.
Right.
I am the actual embodiment of what people say, jack of all trades, but master of none. But now what people don't realize is that's not where the statement ends. It is actually complete, is master of all trades. Jack of all trades is master of none, but it's still better than a master of one.
Oh, quite interesting.
Let's not stop it there.
We're definitely here to learn. We're here to discuss. And of course, Ngumalo is the winner of the Total Energies business plan competition. That just shows that she has the ability to write something. She has the ability to present. And that's what we want to tap into, because she also represented us during the Entrepreneurship World Cup, where she was in the top 3 in Eswatini. And that alone says the energy is right. And this brings us to our first question. You've done it. Other people are hesitating to go out and test themselves on the big stage, but you've been on the big stage even in South Africa. What can you say to the person watching at home who says, I want to try it out? What makes you succeed? Do you have a secret formula? And as I was preparing this question, Leslie, someone said, please, she must not say it's luck. And she must not say, I just thank God. So I don't know how you're going to tackle this one.
I'm not going to be pressured into saying something I don't believe, Nati. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint the crowd. It is God 100%.
Wow.
It is nothing less and nothing more. Because it would be robbery of how far I've come if I then begin to tell you about my hard work, about my intellect, I have a degree, or I studied in Cape Town. What?
Yeah.
It all comes down to God.
My
but
goodness.
the problem now begins because people do not understand who God is, how to tap into Him, and how to create a relationship with Him. And then they criticize Him for being silent. No, you don't do the work. Don't put that on God, So, if anything, it all comes back to you as an individual.
Okay.
And how you approach that growth spurt.
It excites me. Your response excites me. I believe in God a lot and being a door opener and a way maker, as the singer says. However, when you read the Bible, which I do, every miracle that happened needed first an action from the receiver. Yeah. The first miracle of turning water into wine, they had to first fill up all those buckets with water before they changed into wine. So in your case, what do you do when you get on a stage before you receive?
Now, I want to say something about that miracle and Jesus dynamic.
I don't want to go into a religious debate. I want to go into you.
The message.
Okay.
Because I don't want people to lose the understanding of how to get there. Okay. This is very vital.
Yeah.
So as you made the many, many miracles, after Jesus has done them, He then says your faith has healed you.
100%, yeah.
Your faith. For them to even have drank the wine, they had to do what? Fill the jars.
First, yes.
People always want to skip that step. Fill the jar.
100%.
You're not going to get on that stage as an empty vessel. And that's what we try to do. you see Leslie's confidence and you're like, oh, I want that. No. It comes from a place where I've been able to sit with myself, to sit with God, and then start admitting some truths, you know? And in that instance, that's where I build confidence.
Okay.
And the biggest problem, people in this generation, they do not think. That's where that comes in. So that moment, I'm not just talking
You're
about
not think enough
praying.
or don't think.
They don't think, Nati.
Right.
They don't think.
Okay.
So even when you get onto that stage with that idea, Yako, have you cultivated it enough in thought, in your mind, that you have no doubt that this is going to be successful? And that most of the time, young people, I'm talking to you, no, you haven't. Some of you nihluleka nekubhala ne-business plan, but you're not. Hayi ukuthi niyahluleka. Please don't. You have not conceptualized your company and your project to that level where I will ask, I'm calling a business plan, 3 pages. You know, to that point where and say, let's talk about organics.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about aquaponics, backhead, and I am still even in research phase.
I think just to add to your think point, there's something
Think.
called design thinking, where you need to go from the idea stage, go to prototype, go to, all the stages that will take you to the final testing stage. But all of us want to skip the first 4 stages, and we're out there testing. We're out there testing without giving everything and ticking all the boxes. So I think that's what you're trying to.
So if anyone is following, I need everyone to follow this interview. You start with yourself. Before you even start thinking, connect to the divine. When you call it divine, you call it God, you call it the universe, I don't care. Connect with the divine, and that's where you'll then find your chi. You said we shouldn't just dive too much in the Bible, but we see many a times Jesus will always remove himself and he will spend months and weeks praying and fasting. It's not because he was, he understood that in order to have things work for you, spend time in the silence.
Not a groove.
No, in the silence.
Okay.
Sit with yourself. Meditator, faster. Sit with yourself, and that's where you get the power.
So
we haven't started thinking.
So I'm just thinking about that. We are living this whole young, dumb and broke, or something about trying to live for now, and we're just young, having fun. So what we're young. So what we get drunk. We
have fun.
So what
we're just having
fun. We're young, wild and free.
Yes, I see
that's the song. So it then says you have a lot of noise because you're wild and free. So you cannot get to a point where you can think out your business idea and actually execute it. But now, let's rush to question 2.
Yes.
many young people out there, when you talk to them about business, they feel like, it's not for me. I'd rather look for a job.
Yeah.
It's safer. And some go into business, and then within 2 months when they get a job offer, they dump that business that's already running because they feel it's more secure. And congratulations, you got the job. Gets 1,000 likes, and then I just started a business.
Sustainable.
Yes, I just started a business, gets 1 like. So why did you venture into business, and what can you say to the one who's scared of venturing into business?
Okay, so I ventured in, business found me, to be honest. I went to university like everyone, and COVID happened, and that, when was it? It was in university. So it wasn't even a company, guys.
Yeah.
So I ventured into business, Mom. Nangpuma at high school, the first thing I studied was culinary arts. So I did a diploma in cooking. So I loved food.
Okay.
So now, after a hard conversation with my dad, he asked me, is this what you want to be for the rest of your life? Goodness, no. So I had to humble myself and go back to university.
Yeah.
And I'm in university, and Cape Town is hard. I don't have money. You guys, you don't want to study there. You're so broke. And I realized that now, after the first day of being broke, I need to make I need to double my income.
It's always
Now,
about the gap, yeah.
always about the gap. I'm getting probably 1,000 from my pay. Not probably, guys, it was 1,000. I'm getting 1,000 to get to the mall in Uber.
Yeah.
From my university, it was a good 200.
Yeah.
So I'm already sitting at 800 now. So I've been living like this. I can't buy anything, but I'm having, my parents are paying this. This is expensive. So I realized that, you know what? Let me start baking in my cupcakes.
Okay.
So it was out of a place of I need to multiply my income because clearly this was not working for
But
me.
having gone that journey, and there's so many young people watching right now saying, that's not for me. What would you say to them who wish to go into it? Is it
Wait, are we speaking to the crowd that wishes to go in or the people that feel it's not for them?
They wish to, but they're scared.
You might find that entrepreneurship is not for you.
Okay.
And always embrace that. Imagine if the whole world were entrepreneurs. Who was going to work for me? No, guys, I need someone to kasha. What I'll say to them is understand who you are. Sit down with yourself. Look at your strength, look at your weaknesses, and admit facts. Stop, wanting to live in a fairy tale. So now this is my fact.
There are no jobs out there. So it's not even an option to go into business. It's something that's the only thing left. So what can you say to those who have who now have only this option?
Who start like me, here's in university, I need
there's no option.
Understand that
for jobs,
it's going to be hard, especially if you are not collaborated to it.
Okay.
Right? It's going to be hard. If you could, shame.
Okay.
Keep praying. But it's going to be hard.
Okay, first of all, yeah.
It is going to be, you start off on a place of, I'm doing this because and I want to take this 500, multiply, 2,000. So don't come into it as, we always look at entrepreneurs, they be like, you have a business, can I have a, understand that you're going to struggle for at least the first 3 years. That's just a given. Okay. That's what I'm saying. But understand that there are phases. So the first phase, even if you have what we call winner's luck, you come into the market, you thrive. When you are thriving, I urge entrepreneurs to invest, save, put money aside. Whenever you are thriving, always invest. Why are you investing? Because you understand that nothing ever stays the same.
Yeah.
And once you are high, very, you are going to go down.
Yeah.
And as an entrepreneur and as a business person, prepare for all phases in life. It's inevitable. Once you get so Lena, I'm telling you, you're going to go through the first phase. 6 months, up. The next 6 months, down. If you have savings, you will just be like mid. You will. Then once you start again and you start new ring, you save.
There's someone watching saying, but Leslie, I don't even have the capital, but I have so many ideas. I want to start so many businesses. I'm healthy. I can do anything that needs to be done. I'm an entrepreneur, but I don't have capital.
Okay.
What's your message to that person?
I'm going to say this. People will beat me if they have to. I really don't mind. Business follows a good idea. Done. I'm going to urge entrepreneurs to not be haphazard about just diving into something because study it. Invest in studying. Research. Think about it. Just be able to think. Before you just start out of a place of hunger. Spend actual time thinking and saying, okay, this. And once you have developed your idea so well, and in your head, ulala uvuge, you play the film. It's almost as if it's a tape. Play it up over and over again. And the divinity in you is then going to start drawing you into places and rooms that will help you. We have a father of mine, Babelo Mncane, he always says, you don't start a company because you have funding. You start it because you have a client.
I started because I had a client. Yeah, that's true.
So we have a lot of young people who are going to look for funding. Saying a picture. When anje we are picture. Because ufuna free money. No, you're looking for grants. You're looking for handouts. You're looking for loans. It's great. I've had a lot of success in that field, but I've had more success in actually pitching myself.
client, yeah.
So that's the first thing. I've thought about it. Starts with self, you and God. Secondly, you think.
Okay.
And once you've thought, then you go to the actual clients. So I have this product. I think this. And if you say it enough times, you're going to get a client. Once you get a client, so tata leo mal lolo the service, or if it's a product, and you say, okay, pay me. If you're saying something, I'm selling this like this. Okay, let me take it. Then you go buy the product that you're selling. Ta-da! Money.
You speak a lot about think, and for you to have an output, there has to be an input.
Yeah.
How important is learning and upskilling yourself and just knowledge and getting resources in the entrepreneurship journey?
It is absolutely important. Actually, I will advise people to not get into companies or business, to not get into a business that they do not know. They're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of money. Love later. Okay, good to love it.
So where's
Makes
this
me
research?
happy.
Where do you get this research?
The internet. It's such a vast, resourceful place. Aside my library, get online, Google it, research, and most importantly, believe it or not, there are people willing to help.
Yeah.
Volunteer. With one of my companies, Organics, we're in the research phase, as I said, and we traveled to Johannesburg, kind of finding our model and then asking the people who have done it. Like, we have sitting big boers there, and this guy's like, you guys are not going to make it. I'm like, but teach us. I literally looked at him in the eyes. I said, teach us. You've done it. You have 2,000 hectares of fish farming. We want to learn from you.
Wow.
I ended up convincing him to give us an internship. We were 3 months studying from someone that had done it for 20 years.
Your success in pitching and networking and everything also involves showing up, also involves articulation, and also involves presentation. You're presentable now. Can you just tell us a bit about what it takes to inculcate within yourself a culture of showing up and showing up to win?
I always say I wake up presentable. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. This is how I woke up.
Same here.
This is how I do it. But most importantly, if you feel horrible, you look horrible and you'll perform horribly.
Okay.
I would encourage people, if you want to exude power, if you want to exude greatness, force yourself to spend 10 minutes with yourself every single day. Or before you sleep.
Wow.
Hlala phansi, recap your day. I messed up here. Oh, this happened. Oh, this was good. That time you spend with yourself, you build confidence. So now you know yourself. So now you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses. So when I get into rooms, I'm not looking at people, I'm looking at myself.
Yeah, you're
And
already there.
I'm not intimidated because I understand who I am.
Yeah.
And most people balaka confidence.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of people come up
Courage.
to me and say, how have you? I always send them back to themselves. And they go so angry. One of my mentees, Jim, I had just done a presentation on empowerment, and she WhatsApped me and she said, please help me. I've such a low self-esteem. I'm struggling with this. And I said, I will help you.
Yeah.
Here's the help I'm going to give you. Accept your journey.
Yeah.
Don't try mimic mine.
Yeah.
And don't walk on my footsteps, because your path is different from my path. And as much as we find role models and we find people who we
Ultimately.
look up to, we realize that our path is unique. And take your pain and sit with it. Most people are dragged down by their pain.
True.
They are dragged down by the things they feel people will not accept once they think they have it.
Yeah.
And I was so happy now. I see that same girl who had a low self-esteem. She's in South Africa and she's winning beauty pageants.
Wow.
And she's having talks and she's moving in life because she was able to look into herself.
That's a brilliant
And
way.
accept her journey.
That's a brilliant way to almost reach our conclusion, because there's a quote that says, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken." So yeah, a very, very important point there. And Just this is a moment for you to reach out to everyone watching, just to give them a personal message for 2024 that they can take through February, March, April to remember. There was that lady with the red boots. She said, believe in yourself, and I believe in myself. So this is the opportunity to just speak to the audience.
So if you're there, you're probably thinking, how? You want to know how to move from that place of despair that you're in. I urge you, sit with yourself, accept your pain, know God, and know that God is inside of you. And every room that you walk in, see God in other people. You will then develop a sympathy and a power and a light in you. And once you've done that, think. Stop wanting people to think and stop just doing what everyone is doing. Think, sit down, do the research, and invest in your mind. It is a powerful tool that can create universes that you will never see unless you invest in yourself. And then 3, action. It's not enough to know yourself. It's not enough to think and have a brilliant idea and then die with it. Action. Trust yourself. Take the next step. And trust me, you're going to fail the first time, the second time, but the third time, you are going to make it because nothing ever stays the same. And then once you have actioned, believe, believe, believe. The same God that is in me is in you, and we can thrive.
Wow, thank you so much. The color is red, it's fire, it's red, it's fire. And that is how we end our episode on a fiery note. Thank you so much, Leslie Nxumalo. If they want to reach out to you, spoke about mentees. If they want to reach out to you, how can they drop you an inbox or something, and then you can start a conversation?
They shouldn't. They should look to themselves. But that is my message. Why I'm saying this is because I'm being honest. Yeah. Besides the fact that I am a busy human being, okay. I'm not a teacher. Yeah. I am an experiencer of life. Yeah. I feel it and I take it as I go. If you are looking for guidance, look for a mentor, look for a teacher, an actual teacher.
But you're not
most
available.
Of all, look into yourself. I am available for business. Thank you. If you're looking for a marketing agency, please go to my website, www.lesieinc.africa. If you're looking for me on Insta or on Facebook, on LinkedIn, it's Lesi/Inc. That's where you'll find me for business. If you're looking for produce and farming, equipment and things like that for organic farming, please find our page also and our website, www.organiceswatini.com. If you are looking for any other thing that is business, contact me, but I shall not.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we end our show. Leslie will, however, be very much available to respond to in the comment section on this episode at any time. As long as you drop any question business related, she'll be there to guide you and share her tips that she has had over her journey and continues to have over her entrepreneurship journey. Thank you so much for joining us. We've learned, believe in self. You could be we've seen Bosco Mota out there. They believed in self, didn't care what anyone else said about them. And look at them now getting performance fees. And yeah, believe in yourself. You could be the next big thing tomorrow in business, though, in this case. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out.